They pushed Radharani, and Krishna started saying, "What is the tax? For her, the beautiful eyes, you should pay 3,000 rupees. For the beautiful corn-shaped ear, you should pay 5,000 emerald." In this way, Krishna started explaining each and every limb of Radharani and saying you have to pay so much. And Radharani was, because Krishna was, I don't know how to explain. He was noticing each and every limb of Radharani and measuring and glorifying. And Radharani was feeling very uneasy, very uncomfortable. She turned to Purnamasi. Purnamasi is the elderly gopi. Told Purnamasi, "We are not going to pay anything." Then Krishna said, "No. If you don't pay, we don't allow." So Purnamasi and Lalita, they made a plan. They said, "Tomorrow you wait here. We will come with all that taxes, whatever you have said, and we will pay you." Right? Okay. So next day they decided, and the Krishna and all the Gopas, they were like giggling, and they okay, they did not find us who we are, they could not trace us out, we cheated them nicely, and tomorrow they are going to come with golds, diamonds, rubies, emerald, coral, and we can really harass them, and they're making plans, and they were giggling and they were laughing. And Krishna told Madhumangal, "Don't tell this to Balram Bhaiya. Balram will not allow." So next day, they all made plans, and Balramji sensed something is going fishy. So Balram also wanted to know what it is. So Balram also stealthily came. So what happened? The next day, all the gopis, they made an arrangement. They said, "We should collect all the gopis in Barsana. We should outnumber them. Minimum 3 times we should be." And they, like hundreds of gopis, they came. And three gopis hid behind every tree, every bush and everything, and they were hiding, and they came much ahead of time. And Krishna and all the Gopas, they came, and Balram is asking, "What's your plan? Where are you going? What are you going to do?" And Krishna is not telling anything, and the Gopas are giggling. They are also not telling anything. And they came to the particular spot, and they were like dreaming, "Today we are going to get this, going to get that." And they were waiting, but actually the gopis are all hiding behind bushes and trees and everything. And finally, Lalita gave a signal. Three gopis sprang on each and every Gopa, and Krishna and Balram. They started banging and hitting them, and stars were going around their head. The Supreme Lord, who Lord Shiva is scared of, Yama is scared of, and their Surya is waiting for permission to rise. If you go to Tirupati, the song is there in the morning, Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narathartula Kartavyam Daiva Mahnikam Mata Samasta Jagata Madhukaita Bhare. In that song, there is a line, "Oh Govinda, please wake up. Surya is waiting for your permission so that he can go and rise. Chandra is, all the gods are waiting, and that Supreme Lord Krishna is beaten black and blue by gopis. Somebody is slapping, somebody is hitting on their face, somebody is hitting the belly of Madhumangala, and Balram did not know what is happening. He is also getting beating from the gopis, and finally Krishna and Gopa surrendered. "Okay, please, don't beat us, please, and finally Lalita and Purnamasi said, "If you want anything, you beg. You become the beggar in front of Radharani. Radharani is the princess of Vrindavan, and nothing can surpass Radharani." And Krishna and Gopa started begging in front of Radharani, and they gave milk and sweetmeats and everything. So that is the Dhankeli Leela and Dhan Nivaran Kund. So this is beautifully explained by Raghunath Das Goswami in Dhankeli Kaumadi. Then that book Dhankeli Kaumadi, this is Dhan Nivaran Kund. So this beautiful Leela is explained in this books by Raghunath Das Goswami. So where the Supreme Lord got beaten up nicely. So in this way, many pastimes happened in Barsana. So can we get Barsana picture once again, Prabhu? Many pastimes of happened in Barsana. So Brahmaji like yesterday I explained how the Trimurtis took different form. They became hills. Like Lord Shiva became Nandi hill where Nandgaon is situated, where Brahmaji became this Barsana hill. So this is the hill where Radharani's house used to be. And this amazing pastimes happened. Most of this intimate pastimes happened around this hill, because Krishna will take different forms every day, and he will come stealthily to meet Krishna. And one of the amazing pastime, so nowadays, serious devotees, they have only Barsana Parikrama. So they go to Barsana in the early morning, then they walk. First they go to that new Barsana Mandir, then they go to Jaipur Mahal, then they walk behind Jaipur Mahal where that Julan is there, the swing, the balance is there. Further they walk, they go to Mor Kutir in Barsana, beautiful place where Radharani and Krishna dance like peacock. And further they go, there is a place where Radharani became so upset and crying, and Krishna went and begged and consoled her, made her happy. So there are 4 or 5 places in Barsana hill. Maybe when we go next time, we should walk throughout. We should do kirtan and sit and do katha and remember the leela. So Barsana Parikrama alone, we have not done Barsana Parikrama. Barsana Parikrama alone we can do. And further down is that Babaji's ashram where he is protecting some, 30,000 cows or something. Amazing places, Barsana. So here Krishna will come, and for these kind of pastimes to meet Radharani secretly and all, Krishna will never bring Balramji, because Balramji always lives by principle. He will talk the truth. He will not lie like Krishna, and he will not hide things like Krishna. So Krishna is not very comfortable to bring Balramji to meet Radharani or the gopis, and all the gopis think Krishna will keep it secret, So actually, there is an amazing thing I will tell in between this. If you have gone to that Nandi Hills, and on the top Nandishwara Hill, and on the top you go to this, the temple just opposite to Ter Kadamba, Nandgaon temple, you can see where Balaram is also black. That is the only temple where you can say Krishna is also black and Balram Bhaiya is also black. So one day Krishna went and complained to Yashoda Maharani, why I am so black, I am so dark, I am like a cloud, rainy cloud. But look at my Balram Bhaiya, he's so pure as milk, so spotlessly fair, so handsome. And he was complaining to Yashoda Maya, why you made me black, why you created me black? And Yashoda was trying to explain in so many ways, no, black is more beautiful, black is like this, black is like the Shyama Varna. So, whatever Yashoda explains, Krishna was not pacified. So finally Krishna had a demand. You make me fair like Balramji. Make me white. Make me fair like Balramji. And Yashoda said, no, that is very impossible. That's impossible. Then immediately Krishna said, then make Balram also black like me. Then Yashoda and Rohini Mata said, that may be possible. So they made him black, They put all that kajal all over Balram Bhaiya's body, and Balaram also very patiently, just for the pleasure of Krishna. This happened when they were just 1 and 2 years old. How protecting and loving is Balramji. Just for Krishna's satisfaction, Balramji applied all that mascara all over his body, and he also turned black. So in Nandgaon temple, you can see beautiful Krishna Balaram deities, and both of them looking black, So Krishna never takes Balram Bhaiya for all these pastimes. He takes very confident because one of his friend is Sridham, and Sridham is Radharani's brother. So Krishna has to have to hide these things from Sridham also. He has to hide from Balramji also. So he will reveal this only to, one best friend called Sudama. Not the Sudama from Dwaraka. Krishna had another boy, Sudama. Sorry, not Sudama. I pronounced mistake. Subala. The best intimate Gopa of Krishna, Subala. So Subala understands Krishna's heart, how much he feels separation for gopis and things like that. So generally, Krishna takes Subala and comes to Barsana. He doesn't take any other Gopa. So one day, Subala was wondering how to make Krishna happy, how to bring Radharani back to Krishna, and how to arrange their meeting. And he came alone to Barsana to find out what is happening. And somehow, Jyotila and Kutila, they understood Radharani is stealthily going and meeting Krishna here and there. So they made arrangements, and Jyotila and Kutila one day literally fought with Abhimanyu. What kind of useless husband you are? Your wife Radhika, she is going and meeting that Krishna here and there, and we are getting news. And Abhimanyu became... So I request, dear devotees, this is just a pastime for bliss. Don't think these pastimes in material platform. We will commit offense. We are discussing the sublime pastimes that happened in Barsana. So Abhimanyu became so angry. Okay, I am going to find out where Krishna and Radharani are meeting. So Subala understood all this Leela program, whatever is going on in Barsana, all their plot, trap, everything, and he came and revealed it to Krishna. So Krishna said, yes, because Abhimanyu screamed, I'm going to beat Krishna, I'm going to tie him to a banyan tree, and I'm going to leave him for 40 days without food. I will beat him black and blue. And Krishna did not like all these comments. So what happened? On a particular day, Radharani and Krishna, they decided they will meet in Surya Dev Mandir. Okay, so Radharani came and met Krishna in Surya Dev Mandir, and all of a sudden Abhimanyu came with 100 gopas with sticks and everything, and they wanted to beat Krishna, and Radharani literally got scared, and immediately Krishna merged in Surya Dev Vigraha. And Radharani started paying obeisances and offering flowers and chanting mantras, and Krishna merged in Surya Dev Vigraha. And Abhimanyu with all his men, he came to the Surya Deva temple, and he said, I heard a male voice. I heard Krishna's voice here. And he was going around the temple again and again, and he could not locate Krishna, and disappointed Abhimanyu. Anyway, we have come to temple, let us pay obeisances to Surya Dev. So Abhimanyu paid obeisances to Surya Dev. Immediately the Surya Dev deity started talking. Bhakta. Then Abhimanyu became, so happy, joyful. Arey, Suryadev has spoken to me. Deity had never spoken to me in entire life. Surya has spoken. Oh my Lord, Suryadev, how can he please you? What seva can I do? This, that, and all. Then Suryadev said, I am so pleased with Radharani's worship. So please allow her every day to come to this place and worship. By doing this, your entire family will be protected. Your kingdom will be protected. Whole Barsana village people will be protected, and this and that. And Suryadev said, and Abhimanyu said, sure, definitely I will leave Radharani every day. And Suryadev said, okay, now you sit down here and close your eyes and deeply meditate on Suryadev for next 4 hours. And don't open your eyes and don't leave this place. And Abhimanyu very obediently, very sincerely sat down in that place and meditating on Suryadev for continuous 4 hours. And Krishna left. Radharani left. And Krishna thought, let us play a game now. So Krishna, what he did, he assumed the form of Abhimanyu. He assumed the form of Abhimanyu and straight walked to Barsana. And Jyotila and Kutila, Abhimanyu, where were you? Did you locate Krishna? Then immediately Abhimanyu said, "No, that coward escaped from me. I went there and somehow he smelt that I am coming and that